Hello everyone and welcome to the Business Research Cafe where knowledge is a piece of cake. This is your host Heba Maroof and our piece of cake today is English language skills. I know this is very important for all of us and today I'm going to talk to you about my own action plan that really worked for me and I hope so much that it's going to work for every one of you. So first, let me ask you, does any of these phrases sounds familiar to you? I need to take a TOEFL test. I need to take an IELTS test. I need a TOEFL certificate as soon as possible or I will miss the application deadline. I got the IELTS, but I only scored 5.5. I need 6.5 at least. I have the right overall IELTS score, but it's so bad. I only have 5.5 in listening. I need 6 at least in each section. Who said that? You, me, and all other business researchers who are not native English language speakers. All of us did. We all need to provide an English certificate that proves a minimum level of English language skills. In many cases, this English certificate becomes the only thing that stands between us and achieving all our goals and dreams. Probably you are searching for a very long time, hoping to find the easiest and best way to get this certificate, right? Over the internet, you will come across hundreds of links, ebooks, websites, and study materials for English language courses and certificates. It should be helpful, but somehow it ends by making you more confused. Why? Because there are too many sources and no definite way to differentiate and choose the best one. By the way, most of these materials are prepared by English language experts who definitely know about English more than I do. So why you need to listen to me? Because it's not about material. Materials are everywhere. It's mainly about how to use this material to succeed. Why do I know the right answer? Who am I to speak or to talk to you about this? I'm a business researcher just like you. My native language is Arabic. I have never studied at any language school all my life. I have even graduated from business administration department at the Arabic section. Until graduation, my English language skills were extremely bad. And I had to provide English certificate 3 times in my life. The first time was just 6 weeks after graduation to apply for the master's program. I needed a local TOEFL certificate with score 500 at least. As time was too short, I got a TOEFL course for 4 weeks. I took the test and I got 510. Next time I needed the same certificate again. My English language improved a little during my master's, so I only had to be prepared for the test. This time I got 607. The last time was my real challenge. I needed an IELTS certificate to apply for a PhD scholarship. For the first time, I needed to write and speak, 2 things I've never done in the last 2 tests. Both skills are higher level than listening and reading, and I always consider them my main point of weakness. I have studied for 4 weeks. I took the test and I got 6.5 in total with no section less than 6 and unexpectedly 7 at speaking. In every time of these 3 times, I only had the test once to get my target score. So how did I do all that? I had an action plan that really works, and if it did work for me, it definitely will work for you. In this video series starting today, I will share all details of this plan with you. However, before we go through this plan in details, I need to explain the main 3 facts that you should know before doing anything. Fact number 1, improving your English language skills is not a choice, it's a must. One of my great professors once said to me, being a researcher without speaking English is like being a singer when you can't sing. It's like blocking every single opportunity in your future, publishing conferences, cooperation with other researchers, everything. When I heard him saying that for the first time, I thought he's over exaggerating a little bit until I read an amazing book. Does Science Need a Global Language by Scott Montgomery. In this book, you will find out how it's so important to you as a researcher to improve your English. Simply because English language is the language of science in today's scientific era. Think of it as the Morse code of science that you have to learn to be engaged in this scientific conversation. No matter what your mother language is or how many humans on planet Earth speak this language, still, your research won't spread and be recognized as it should be unless it is in English. Fact number 2, improving your English language skills is something and being prepared for the English test is another. From one side, your English skills by itself are not enough to take the test. For example, native English language speakers know all about English, so they should get a perfect score on the English test, but this is not the case. If one of them took the test without being properly prepared, they will make a lot of mistakes for many reasons. Possible distractions, time constraints, tricks, and questions that mainly designed to confuse you may confuse them too. So, to be prepared for the test is extremely important no matter what your English language level is. From the other side, getting a good score at the English test doesn't really prove your high English language skills. It indicates minimum English language skills. Do you remember your dream scholarship that you want to get? I guarantee you that the moment you will get the scholarship is the moment you will start worrying about your real English level. You will ask yourself if you really can cope with this new language, not as in a test or study materials, but as in everyday life activities. Based on this fact, what are the main stages of our action plan? Stage number 1, you need to work on your English for a certain level as a minimum requirement to pass the test. Stage 2, you have to prepare yourself for the test by studying everything about its structure, skills, tricks, and time. You need a lot of practice. Stage number 3, you have to get back again to improve your English, not for the test, but to master this language as a language that you can live with. Fact number 3. Every English language skill is different and needs a separate program to be improved, but they are also related somehow. There is a very good reason that English tests are divided by skill type. Every skill reflects different ability and depends on a different sense of your senses. This means that you need different programs to work on each skill separately to improve it, but how they are also related. If you think about it, there are two skills where you receive language and you need to understand it and interpret it into meanings. These two skills are listening and reading. From another side, there are two skills where you create the language and you need to transfer it to others. These two skills are writing and speaking, which I consider higher level skills as you are not a receiver but a creator. How can we use this to our advantage? Very simple. We start by improving the receiving skills first, then we copy them into our creating skills. We improve listening and copy what we listen to our speaking. We improve reading and copy what we read to our writing. So you can see here, there's two parallel lines, listening and then speaking, reading and then writing. If you have short time, you can work on listening and reading at the same time, and then you work on speaking and writing after that. But you can never change this order. You can never start with speaking and writing first. You have to start as we are saying, because this will make it so much easier for you. You will learn from people who are speaking good English and copy this into your own language. Before we go, let me remind you, please keep these 3 facts in your mind. Fact number 1, improving your English is a must. Fact number 2, improving your English is different than being prepared for the test. Fact number 3, English language skills are separate but also related. Well, in our next video, we're going to start explaining details of our action plan. It's about listening skills. Stop doing everything and start listening now. How to improve your English language skills. It's a very important video. I hope you don't miss it. This was our video for today. Thank you very much for watching. And you are all welcome to the Business Research Cafe anytime you want. See you soon. Bye-bye.